Question number 141. Read the following statements and select the correct option regarding muscular and nervous tissue. And the very first statement is Statement 1. Excitability is the common characteristic between muscular and nervous tissue. And this is a correct statement because both neurons and muscle fibers have the ability to respond to certain stimuli by producing electrical signals called action potentials. Hence are called electrically excitable cells. The next statement given is Statement 2. Cells which form a large volume of nervous tissue lack electrical excitability. And this is also a correct statement because cells which form a large volume of nervous tissue are neuroglial cells, which make up more than 1/2 of the volume of nervous tissue, and they are non-excitable cells. These neuroglial cells are non-excitable cells. Let's discuss the options. The very first option given is both statements are incorrect, and this is an incorrect option. Statement 1 is incorrect. This is an incorrect option. Statement 2 is incorrect. This is also an incorrect option, and both statements are correct. And as it is a correct option, so this is a correct answer to our question. So the correct answer is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 142. If an enzyme has been given the EC code 4321, it is likely to be involved in, and the options are joining of CO, CS, CN bonds. Option number 2, hydrolysis of peptide and glycosidic bonds. Option number 3, formation of double bond. And option number 4, redox reactions. And the correct answer to this question is option number 3, formation of double bond, because the EC code 4321 represents lyases, which are responsible for the formation of double bond. As this 4 represents the class of enzyme, which is what? The fourth category is lyases. Let's discuss rest of the options. The very first option given is joining of CO, CS and CN bonds, and this is an incorrect option because joining of these bonds is done by ligases. The next option is hydrolysis of peptide and glycosidic bonds, and this is an incorrect option because hydrolysis of these bonds is performed by hydrolases. And the last option is redox reactions, and this is an incorrect option because redox reactions is performed by oxidoreductase. So the correct answer to this question is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 143. Type of joint present between wrist bones is also present between, and the options are humerus and pectoral girdle, atlas and axis, bones of cranium and tarsals. And the correct answer to this question is option number 4, tarsals, because the type of joint which is present between wrist bones or carpals and tarsals are synovial joint, and that too gliding joint. It is the simplest type of synovial joint. Let's discuss rest of the options. The very first option given is humerus and pectoral girdle, and this is an incorrect option because ball and socket joint is present between humerus and pectoral girdle, whereas gliding joint is present between wrist bones. The next option is atlas and axis, and this is an incorrect option because pivot joint is present between atlas and axis vertebrae. And the next option is bones of cranium, and this is an incorrect option because fibrous joint rather than synovial joint is present between bones of cranium. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 144. Select the incorrect match with respect to respiratory volume or capacity and value. And the very first option given is residual volume, and the match is 1100 ml to 1200 ml. And as it is a correct match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because residual volume is the amount of volume which remains in lungs even after forceful expiration, and it is equivalent to near about 1100 to 1200 ml. The next match given is vital capacity, and the match is 3500 ml to 4500 ml. And as it is also a correct match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because vital capacity, as you can see here, this is vital capacity and it includes inspiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume, which is equivalent to near about 3500 to 4500 ml. The next match given is functional residual capacity, and the match is 2500 ml. And as it is also a correct match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because functional residual capacity, this much, is equivalent to expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume, and the value of functional residual capacity is near about 2500 ml. The last match given is expiratory capacity, and the value is 3000 ml to 3500 ml. And as it is an incorrect match, so this is a correct answer to our question because expiratory capacity includes expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume, which is equal to near about 1500 to 1600 ml. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 145. During muscle contraction, all of the following occur except, and the very first statement is cross bridges are formed when the energized myosin head attaches to myosin binding site on actin. And as it is a correct statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because during muscle contraction, cross bridges are formed when energized myosin head attaches with the myosin binding site on actin filament. The next statement given is the Z lines are drawn towards each other, and as it is also a correct statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. As you can see here in muscle contraction, these Z lines, they are drawn towards each other. The next statement is calcium concentration in the cytosol increases, and as it is also a correct statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because calcium play a very important role in muscle contraction, and as the concentration of calcium increases in cytosol, this calcium binds to the subunit of troponin and thereby leading to the configuration changes in troponin and tropomyosin, and thereby forming a cross bridge between myosin head with the myosin binding site on actin filament. The last statement is the thick filaments slides over the thin filaments, and as it is an incorrect statement, so this is a correct answer to our question because during muscle contraction, thin filament slide over the thick filament. As a result, Z lines are drawn towards each other, leading to decrease in length of sarcomere. Sarcomere is the distance between two successive Z lines. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question.